G'day, how you going? Can you hear me all right? Ianapolis here, your acrylic guru from Australia. Welcome to me, what is it? Wednesday night painting here. I'm going to paint the top half first, okay? So I'm getting enough craft paint. I love priming my canvas with craft paint. It's gesso primed already, this canvas. And I'm going to use a bit of retarder. Not too much. It's a nice cool weather. It's not dry atmosphere. I'll bring you over here and show you what I'm going to do as well. We've got a horizon line here, okay, and we're going to have some land spitting out a bit lower over here as well, spitting out. When you do things like this, try and keep them if you can. There's your horizon line. Keep them in cahoots with your horizon line. What I mean in cahoots is that's your horizon line and that's your cahootingness. If you go down like that, you're not keeping it in cahoots. You've got to keep them level and things will go great on your painting, okay? And that's going to spit out just there, bit more, bit there. And we might have some rocks and stones and water just lapping onto the shore there if we've got enough room. Sometimes I don't give myself enough bloody room, but anyway, let's get on with this. Okay, BJ Shaw, g'day BJ Shaw, all the way from North Carolina. All right, here we go. So so I better start telling you what I'm doing here. This is my craft paint and it's got retarder in it. The retarder is going to keep the paint wet longer. I'm just going to mask up me horizon line because I don't want any of this retarded stuff under there yet. I want it there when I want to put it there. So we're going to get a sky in, and the sky is going to be, this is going to be an orange flavour. Real yellowy orangey flavour. So this allows the paints that I put on to blend like an oil painting does, and they don't go on so chalky. 9 times out of 10 people see me doing this. There we go. We'll just get that up there like that. I'm using the tip of the brush and I've got all those strokes out of there. This is going to be beautiful, says Anne Jung. Well, I bloody hope so. All right, where's a dirty old rag? I'll wipe the paint off that. Now, come down here and we're going to get our, where is me red gold? There it is over here. I'll grab the red gold if I can. We're going to have some of this, and I do love Indian yellow. I've got some yellow ochre there. We might use some of that. I'll put it there just in case. I want to add those element of flavours within the sky. See, I was going to do a painting by the comments there, but I didn't have quite enough battery. I'm grabbing the Indian yellow, and if it dragged on a bit, it would have sort of, because I come on at the drop of the hat off what I'll come and go live, and I only had 60% on my phone, so I had to quickly charge up what I can. So I need full charge if I'm going to do that. So I've got something here anyway. Now we want some of the orange sky, so I'm going to get this red gold because this is orange. I wonder what it would look like if I put a bit in, I'll pretend I'm arty and put some of that in there. Oh yeah, look at that, oh yeah, look at that, lovely. Get some of that in there. Yeah, we'll get some yellow ochre in there as well. It's still going to be an orange flavour. Now you watch what I do here. I've got it on the brush. There's my horizon. I want to start, just get it across there. Get it across, push it in, and now I'm going to fade it up, fade it up, fade it up. Now this band here, I'm going to crisscross that just so there's not a band there. Now I'll stroke it. This is pretty much blending it at the same time what I'm doing here. Okay, boom, done. See there? There's still paint on the brush, but the tip is what I wore off. And that tip is what I was blending with. See, there's not much paint on there. There's bugger all. But if I tilted the brush down, I'll get stuff. And then I was using that tip to do the actual blending there. If you weren't sure what was happening, that's what was happening. Now, we'll get some of the Indian yellow. So back down here, we'll get some Indian yellow now. I've just wiped the brush. I haven't washed it because we're using the same colours. We're mixing the same colours. So I've got it on the tip there, nice. Hope you can hear me all right. Ange Young, you wrote a long comment there. I just looked over and I'm not going to be able to read the damn thing. Now, I know I want my yellow to be about here somewhere, up here. So I'm not going to start this all the way there, and I'm not going to start here, bring it up. I'll start from about there, where I roughly want it. Now bomb it on, straight to the other side, and then hoot it into that orange a little bit like that. Just a few little basket cross-hatching things like that, and a bit up there, not too much. Okay, now I'm going to use the tip of the brush again, like I did with the orange. I'll go up the top. See, that's where I wanted the strength of it, there, down. I'm not worried about above that, so that's why I started up there. You got me? The more you do these little tricks and things to your paintings, the more you learn, eh? I'm learning something. Sometimes I do a painting myself and I even teach myself something. Wow, I didn't even know that before. I like the way that happened and I'll do it again. See, I've got the orange down the bottom. That's what I wanted. Now I'm going to have to clean this brush and give it a severe flogging because I've got to add some violet in there at the very top. Well, not quite violet, but something to that effect. So I'll just give this a good wash. And I've got a bucket there. I'm going to give it a severe flog. It's full of water. Yeah, and that's how you give them a severe flogging. Beautiful. Oh, are they open? Oh. Can't have that. Okay, back over here. Now we want that colour there. Which one are we? Here it is here. I think it's quinacridone violet. Is it? Yes, quinacridone violet. A little bit of quinacridone violet. I was teaching Reese the other day how to pronounce some of the paint colours. I mean, it would help, I suppose, if you want to learn them. The phthalo blues and the alizarin crimsons and quinacridone magentas and violets. So yeah, he might do a video on pronouncing and learning the paint colours, just what their names are. Just something he can learn because he's learning. Now I'm going to start at the top. I don't want to put this there, otherwise it's going to be a hard line. So I'm going to start at the top. But see, there's my tape right there where my finger is. So I'm going to start off the tape up there. I've got a flavour of what I want. Oh yeah, I can see. Now I'm going to start bringing that into there, nice and easy. See how easy I did that? Go at the top. I'm pushing harder the darker I want it. Or I lighten up and it'll lighten up. Now it's very linear. I like that. That's it. Now there's bugger all on my brush. I'm going to, let me just get a little bit more. It's probably just a little bit shy at the very top there. There we go. That's what I want. Now I'm going to turn the brush a bit and then blend that into the yellow there. Easy. What I'm going to do is wipe that brush because that yellow can be very temperamental until the purple will get out of its sandpit. So I'm going to crisscross that now just to get rid of that line. Just so I've got a bit of a haze there. There we go. So we've got the orange, the yellow and the quinacridone violet blended quite beautifully up there. Now what I would like to do, I don't like the way that is. I'm going to, I'll get rid of all this balking paint because that's going to balk me. Same over here. I just want to kind of bend that down a bit, this violet colour here. There we go, and across there. Get it in there, there we go. Darken in corners and push it through. That's it, I'm happy with that now. It wasn't just a band at the top. Get that yellow out of there. It's a bit of blending. So you can, there's so many things you can do from a painting just to learn, like just blending 3 different colours, whatever colours they may be. I need to clean this again and give it another flogging because I'm going to use it later for down on the water. So I'll give this a bit of a clean up. That way it's ready for the water downstairs. Most of my live paintings, I like to try and get them done within an hour for me battery life and just for the sake of the video. This colour, this one. Now I'm going to put a sun there. So I need some more, bear with me a minute, I'm just grabbing some more flowing white paint. I've got to get something and clean the lid out. It's blocked, the little pinhole in the lid's blocked. Now I'll get some titanium white, come down here so you can see what I'm doing, eh? Tell you what, hey Reese, oh I'd love a coffee, man. Yeah. Go and whack that kettle on for your father and make him a beautiful coffee. I can hear myself, he's got the laptop out there watching the video and he's in the middle of gaming and he's a busy boy, that one. All right, now we're going to put the sun there. So that's the paint I want to use. The sun is white in my opinion. So I'm twisting that. And now I'm going to get some of this paint, the flow white, because that's even wetter. Okay, I'm just twisting that on there. And I know you don't have them in the middle, but I'm having a bay down here and all sorts, so I'm putting this dead smack bang in the bloody middle there like that. Look at that. It's there. Okay. Oh, that looks bloody beautiful. I don't want to touch it. Now I'm going to, just let me come a little closer. Get you there while I out the way so as I can just pat it. I'm patting it, patting it, patting it. Now that's all right. I want the edge, oh you'll see it better when you're more head on, but I want the edge not sharp. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and just disturb, distort and upset that hard edge there. And this is working beautiful. I love it. Just take your time, Ian, no rush. There we go, the edges are distorted just the way I want. Now you can do whatever sky you want here. This is just going to be simple and effective. Love it. Now we've got a fan brush and we want some clouds in that sky before it dries up. Find it difficult to get back to ping look in my suns. Find it difficult to get that ping in my sun. Well, just practice getting it in there. I've done a few paintings, even the one Reese did on my channel. You can start from the middle and always come out. Now, is this colour going to sort of be there? Yeah, I'm going to pick up the red gold, which is pretty much the orange colour, and the yellow ochre. So this is pretty much a darker colour of that. It's made that a bit darker. I'm just using my fan brush to shovel it onto there, and then I'm not mixing willy-nilly like this. I don't want to destroy my fan brush. I'm chiseling it on there. So when the paint's loaded on my brush, I know I can get it onto my canvas the way I want it to go on my canvas. Now, we want some clouds coming here. I want to start around here. This has got to be the flavour. See that flavour there? It's going to sit in front of that orange and it's going to just do what I want it to do. It's just behind the cloud, the sun there. Pick up some more and then find out where you want to go with this. And if you feel this cloud colour you're putting on now is too light, by all means just darken it up a bit more. Now I'm going to not go all the way down to the bottom of this. I'll show you why in a minute. The cloud is going to go to the bottom, but I'm not going to paint it down to the bottom. I've done it to there. I'll grab an appropriate blending brush Different types of titanium whites or different qualities. There's different qualities, I'm assuming. Now, I want to get my brush going there. I want to blend that down to the bottom, leaving the top nice and sharp and blending that down to the bottom, just with turmoil and distortion to the paint. Now it's looking a bit not quite the way I want it, so I'm going to get a bit more in there like that, a bit more there, just come across there. Use this brush to break up the paint underneath that it's sitting on as well, and you'll probably get that turmoil and lighter and darker values of that one colour. Tickle the tops a little bit and then just flare it out here like that. Same here. You can probably put it down here somewhere. Careful you don't spill me paint, get it on the paint. Okay. Okay. I don't know who got me that cup, but it's great. Someone bought me that cup. And I'll show you what it says on it in a minute. Can you read that? Ian always gives a bullshit effect. If the person that sent it to me is watching this video, just tell me who you are again, because I'll get a few gifts in the mail from people and I can't remember everybody, but it'll be nice if I could. Now we've got a line of clouds just down there on the bottom of the sunset there. And they're going to have some light hitting them, of course. And I'm going to be going for 22 minutes. Why does time go so fast when you're having fun? I'm looking for another fan brush and I'm grabbing some more titanium white, which is here. And I want to get this brush loaded on the ends just so I can crisp the light hitting the edge of that cloud. So let's come about here. Take your time, Ian. Get some more on there, you dag. And what I might do with this colour, it's not really going the way I want it to, but I'll get a little bit of yumminess in there. I wanted that nice and white there. That's why I stuff with it too much, that's why. See, we all make mistakes. How's that looking? That's okay, I need a smaller blending brush so as I can blend that the way I want it to go. So I just want to leave the top there and just lightly, see, I'm just touching it, pushing it a bit, manipulating it very little, and just leaving the brightness there. Oh, that little bugger, he kind of made me Milo, I think. I could smell it. It's not coffee. He won't let me drink coffee after 6 p.m. There we go. I'll have a look in the monitor, see how that's looking. That's all right. That'll have to bloody do it. That'll have to do it. I'll fix it up later if I feel I'm not happy with it. Have a mouthful of my drink. Yeah, it's Milo. That'll do. It'll be all right. It's better than nothing. Now, they can sit down there. I've got to remember to put them in there. Now, where are we up to? The sky. I want to just break up this bit here. Now, I want to just do this, create some kind of pocket. That'll do. Let's grab another blending brush. Pull that over there so you can see it. I've got so many blending brushes here. I look for something that's soft on the end in the hardware store. That's soft, that's flat, but it's got stability as well. All right, now I'm going to, I don't want to just try and blend in all in the one way. I want to get this brush and tickle that a bit and let it make turmoil within there. Get different values, brighter, duller values in there. This is just going to add some, I don't know, just some bullshit flavours within the sky of the painting, because it's a painting. Don't get lost and think it's got to look like a real photo. This one isn't a real photo. This is just a painting, and this is probably not a real looking cloud, but it's something you can add, and it's breaking up that quinacridone violet from where it was meeting the yellow. Okay, that don't look too bad, does it? Now I've got to wash that brush again and do the same on the other side. Similar, not too much, but a bit similar. I don't want it to, even otherwise the detail police will be onto me. Now we'll get this one up here somewhere. Just see what I'm doing, right down. And what in my mind, this bottom edge is what I'm creating to look down into the painting there. You got me? You are by far best to follow. Love the facts you explain. Everything which is, oh, I lost it. Everything which is what us newbies need. Yeah. You know what? When I was following tutorials before I had my YouTube channel, and there was a lot I wasn't getting, and I understand that about tutorials. And since my YouTube channel has started, and the more popular I became, I realised, well, I want to give them people what I couldn't get. So that's what I try and do a lot of. I better bloody hurry up. I'm gas bagging here, carrying on like a blue-bottomed fly. There we go. Now, that's okay, but we just got to break it up a bit just so it's not unbroken the way it is. So I'm just going to grab a bit more of the white paint again, and I might put just a bit there and just something there. Where did I put that blending brush? All the way over there. Come over here. It's looking nothing like the picture I found. I suppose I'm just using the picture for colours. I'm making the picture up myself. There's a bit of something there. See how that... Come over here. See, that's it. How's that look? Look all right. You know what it's missing? I can see what it's missing. It's missing a little bit of depth. These are fun ones. I don't know what these are called. I'm going to call them my long depth clouds. I need some more titanium white. Oh, well, that's not too bad. Half an hour and we got the top half done. Time flies when you do and go live, eh? Right, so I'm getting the paint. I'm pulling it off a bit. I don't want too much on my brush. Late night painting, Ian. Good on us. Brits get a chance to interact. Yes, Chris, it's very rare I come on this time, but I've got the time because I'm going to be working in the next couple of days. And why not get out there, set myself up, get something a bit big here. This brush can do the putting on and blending all at the same time, this one. This just adds that value of subject to your art matter, these. Put one there, let me look in there. Maybe I'll load up my brush again. Sometimes they might be okay. Sometimes a detail police might go, what's that all about, mate? What's this part of the art, isn't it, eh? Yeah, there we go. Let me look in the monitor and maybe something. Now this is optional, of course. You don't have to add these, but if you want to, you can. Add a little one up here somewhere. I'll get it level, you dag. There we go. Whee, all the way across there like that. And don't grab a big blending brush and try and blend them. Just leave them as they are. They look great. Bit of bullshit flavour there. Look at that. That's not a bad little artistic sky, eh? Bit of fun. Nothing like the reference pic, but so be it. All right, the sky's done. We can muck around with that till the cows come home and put stars and all sorts there, but we're not going to do that. I'll take the tape off. And so as I don't get that ridge of paint under there, I'm just going to, like I normally do, I'll just quickly squash it down with my gloved finger. Now we're going to do the water. All right, I'm going to have a mouthful of my Milo. So for the water to work, I need a bloody pin. Stupid thing. It's gone and blocked up. There we go. Lucky I've got a toothpick there. I'm just got me back to you a bit. Got a toothpick. I'll get some more of this craft paint because I want to. I'm gonna have to clean that up properly. I want to base in the bottom area. I'm not going to use. Well, what the hell am I using water? I mean acrylic. What do you call it? The retarder for. I don't need retarder. I just want the craft paint actually, just so as we can get smooth colours blending with the one brush down below. What the time in Oz? The time here, Narelle Bridgman, is, as I'm speaking, 8:15 in the evening. All right, so I'm going to have the water there. You can sort of see where I'm having the water. We'll get this up to there. Just up to the waterline. It doesn't have to be sharp and in focus because it's a bit of ways away. And just roughly where we're going to have the water, which is there. Oh, and lo and behold, we're going to have the water coming onto the sand, so we might as well do it all there as well. Now I'm just going to brush stroke that nice and neatly. Yeah, over there, but let's see if I can get that all there without any. There we go, beautiful. Now the water here, it's going to be more, I want the water to be more of a yellow flavour. Where did I put the Indian yellow? There it is. So we'll put him back in his pile there. Oh, look at that. That's real thick. It's a series 2. That's really thick. See that? Compared to that craft paint. That's why I call that one, that's why I call it flow paint, because it flows out. But it's poster paint, student paint, craft paint. This needs to be wiped, so I'm just going to wipe that on my towel. Hello Marie, and hello Suki Sue. Suki Sue, haven't seen you here before. And if you're new here or your first time or you don't say much, just say hello and tell us where you're from. Now this is the yellow paint. If I put this raw on the canvas, which is like there, it breaks away, but because I've got that white there, this does wonders. I love it. I'll just try and get it against there. See the googly gloops and lumps in it? But see how that went all the way across my canvas? That's because I've got that craft paint under there. And you can push it on the thickness you want. Now I'm going to get all the water done down to there. I'm not worried about here because I'm going to have that bit of land mass. Oh, there's pencil there, but we'll get rid of that because we've got to put some more darker colours here yet. Cool. Now, where's the yellow oxide? Look at those colours, eh? I feel like putting a jetty there. I'm getting excited. Jetty with a hut. You know what I'm going to need? I'm going to need some. Yeah, I will. Now, this is going to mix with that yellow. Now it's different to up top because that yellow ochre I've mixed with the red gold. This one I'm mixing with the yellow, so it's going to be a different flavour, okay? It's subtle, but it's there. Get a bit more, where is it? Just about there, just about there. See how it glides through the paint colours? That's because that craft paint's underneath it and that's what it does. I need it just a little bit darker here. Just There we go. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to mask up, well I'm not going to mask it up, I'm going to lay some tape on the top. I'm not going to stick it to it, I'm just going to lay it there so as we can get some shimmer happening. I've got wider tape here for this. And I'm just going to take a lot of the tackle. Now what I do, I'm pulling it tight where my fingers are, my thumbs, that's where it's getting pressed onto the painting. Okay, just there. I'm not going to grab my hand and rub it all in there, I don't want to do that. I'm going to grab my flat toothbrush, some of this craft paint. I'll get my finger and I like to rub it out like that onto the palette there. Okay, so I've got a sheet of paint, beautiful, nice even sheet of paint, and I'm just going to grab some water somewhere there. And I want some water on this, the yellow ochre, because that's the colour we were putting in there. I just got to get a bit more of that first. Can you see the yellow ochre there? Where are we? No, you can't. I'll do the same with that. I'll get that. Oh, come on, get off my finger, you dag. There we go. Now that's wet as well. So I get a lot of people asking why I wear gloves. That's why I wear gloves. Look, I hate the paint getting on my hands, I really do. Now, I've got a flat brush. It's not a convex or a concave toothbrush, it's a flat one, a simple one I've taken from a hotel room. Okay, I've just dampened it, then I'll bring it into the paint here. What are you doing, Ian? That's not white. I know it's not white. I want some darker elements over there first before I put the white on. Okay, so now, and that's just on the edges here. So we're gonna, now you can see what that tape's doing. It allows this to not go onto the, pull your gloved finger up if you're wearing gloves, not to go onto the sky area. And this is just a bit darker. Go on the other side. You might not see this, but once I put the white on and remove that tape, you will. And also with the paint being a thicker grade than the other stuff, I'm finding it a little bit difficult to go on, but I'll get there. There we go, beautiful. I haven't gone too much in the middle because we've got to do the, oh, I think I'm going to have to do that first before I finish this. Where did it go? I'll grab another pouncer. Lucky I got more. I just want to grab the white paint and got another pouncer there. I've got to put the reflection of that sun in the water. Okay, so where are we? Right from there. Just get it on, twist it a bit, manipulate it. I should have done this before the stipples went on. So that's a good thing about watching a tutorial. I've got to get more white paint. When you watch it first, you think, you get to this stage, you know, oh, hang on a minute, Ian made a boo-boo there. I'll do this before I do that because that's where he went a bit wrong there. So that's in there. Just pull down in a jottingly way. Grab this brush, but I think I'm going to have to clean it because it's full of other dirty paint, and I need that just to pull the reflection across the water's surface. Make it look really good, eh? Give that brush a flogging. All right, let's get back into this. Let's not muck around. That's looking like water already, isn't it? Now we don't want, or we don't need that too much. So let's just, well, that's a bit, I'm just drying that a bit. Where are we? I'll start from the bottom, lightly touching it. I don't want to go too far out, which I did, but too bad. And this can come off now. Now we'll get the rest of those stipples on there. So I'm going to wash the toothbrush, just getting all that yellow oxide off there. And I've got to get some more of the craft paint now because I've used most of it up. And we'll put that lovely shimmer that you've all seen me do on the water on. Now this, I like to sink that shimmer. I'll put this shimmer on top of all that glare there, and it just gives it such a flavour of iridescent light hitting the top of the water. It looks good when you squint your eyes or look at it through a camera. And you can come out here a little bit and cone it down on a cone shape. I need it a little bit dark right there and there, where I buggered it up a bit, I feel. Load it up some more. And come along here. Load it up some more in. Now some of this, whoa, easy tiger. There we go. Bit out there. And for a bit of luck, this just looks like glistening, shimmering light, iridescently bouncing on top of the water there when you take the tape away and you've got all the other subjects within the painting. And I could see don't want none of it in me coffee. Oh, it's not coffee actually, it's Milo. I'm just wiping my hands there. Now we can take this tape off. Everything's okay. I feel I've pulled too much out of there, gone down to the yellow, but that doesn't matter. Oh, we want some beautiful, simple but effective burn umber. The floorboards are creaking. Okay, so that brush is finished with. That can go in the water as well. I did buy some new brushes. I bought another filbert and another flat angled one from the hardware store. West, I don't know, 230, 240, whatever they say there. And we want to put in, so I'm going to use this one to put in the land. Now this is where you need the bullshit stick. All right, so what I'll do, I'll get my brush a little bit wet with water, just so we get a great transferring of the paint from the brush onto the canvas. And we might need a bit more water than that, Eenie Barberini. There we go. There we go there. Okay, now grab your bullshit stick. A lot of people here I haven't seen on my shows before because it's not the time I normally come on. Okay, so work out where you want them. I want one just tiddling right under there. So I'll rest it on there. He'll come out to about there. Boom. Get it going nice and level with the horizon line. Boom. And then you can thicken it up the thickness you want. See, this is why I dried the water, because I need to put this on without it mudding up. And having the retarded paint under there, if I press too heavy, it can start ripping it up. So I'm aware of that. And the more mistakes you make in your art journey, the more you'll be aware of stuff as well. So we got that one there. Now I want to come down about, see, that's a straight line. I don't want it straight. I want it level but crooked. Let's get some paint up there. So I want that now sort of coming towards us a bit level but crooked. You know what I mean? There we go. It's not such a straight line. When things are done in a straight line, they look like they're just a flat curtain put on your painting, and you want to try and overcome that look. Now we're going to come pretty much down here. I'm using this stick just to rest my hand, and if I need some bits jutting out like that one there, I can do it. So we want to sort of get this there. Now paint that on. I can do some subtle highlights with this as well. Now see all these bits that I'm jutting out? They need to be level with the horizon line. Wherever, but so long as they're level with the horizon line. That way things will look normal within your painting. All right. There we go, there we go. How long have I been going for? Wow, 50 minutes. So that's going to come to about here. I'll come to about there. And then this is going to be kind of, I'll do this freehand, but I want this kind of rocky as well. These are going to have rocks within them. Rocks there, rocks. Just think rocks and rocks will happen. That's what I tell myself anyway. A couple out there on their own. Rocks aren't long like that, Ian. That looks like a log. I only wanted one little one there, and it worked out to be so many. That'll do. We'll come over here. See now, everything I've put on, just let me block this in first. Everything that I've put on, all these are in cahoots with the horizon line. If they started coming down, it's going to make your painting look a bit weird, okay? So that's one reason why you need your lines to be in cahoots with the horizon line. Then the shore is going to be about here somewhere. How dry is that? Pretty dry. So we'll just scallop this around there like that. Just like that. And then I can get all this blocked in there. Block him in. And now I want to, where are you? Now I'm going to keep these in cahoots again, these bits that I'm putting on. They're in cahoots with the horizon there, and then they're going to come to here. Then bang, that can go, the shore can go willy-nilly, okay? Is that looking reasonably even? Yes, it is. Now I need to get this just a little bit better than what it is. I need to cut in, get some water on that brush, and so I can cut it in a bit better than what's happening there. Oh yeah, that's wetter. Look at that. I can cut that in beautifully now. Come from here. So we all had a good week. We all been doing some fun art, or following some fun people and creating your own works of art at home. Alright, that's that bit done. I'll get to the other one now. Sorry I can't read too many comments. Now we want to get this pretty much cahooty. So you know what that cahooty means now. It's in cahoots with the horizon line. And then we're going to bring a massive land. It can be any crookedness on the top, but so long as the bottom bit's in cahoots with the horizon line. See all there, I just made that up. But I want this a little bit. So I'm going to rest it on my bullshit stick and get it where I want instead of getting too carried away there. I tilt my brush up, leaning on the stick, and it allows everything to be level. And then that's going to come about there. I can put that up now. I'm not going to need that stick anymore, because this is going to come around pretty much to here. Bits are coming out. I'm still keeping these movements with the horizon line. Done. Now I can block this in. See, just like that, you can leave the painting like that, but I'm still going to detail the bottom there, make it a bit more saleable, Just remember, all my tutorials available to buy. There's links in the description below. Check them out. You can see what paintings are available to purchase if you want to buy one of my art tutorial paintings. And they're all purchased through PayPal. There's the PayPal link there. And you message me on Facebook. There's my Facebook link there. You message me on there if you want to purchase a painting as well. When I sell them, that just helps go towards my studio here and buy all the gear I need for it, and keeps me showing you people what you like to see, and you people enjoying what I like, enjoying what I do, keeps me doing it as well. So we're all winners, aren't we? We all kicked a goal. Okay, you can see what's happening there. Now I'm going to use a different brush because that one's saying, Ian, take it easy on me, will you? I'm not made for that. I want to get normal, real titanium white out of the tube. I'm putting it down on the palette there. What do we got there? 147 people. I'll have to go through these later. I'd love to acknowledge some people that I haven't spoke to before. I'm using my new little flat cat tongue filbert, and I'm grabbing some of the burn umber, and I'm putting white in there. Now I'm working out how much white to put in. Bit more, bit more. Hopefully this cat tongue will do the job. Luckily I've got the monitor there because I just looked over at the monitor and noticed it. So what I'm trying to do here is get this light against the darks. Oh, my belly's grumbling. Reese cooked chicken for dinner tonight. Honey and herb. Honey, lemon and herb, or whatever it was. I forget, mate. Forgive me. So I'm highlighting this landmass that sort of comes out. Oh, they were going to be rocks, weren't they? So what happened to them, Ian? I'll try and do that then. So what I'll do is I'll try and use this to scallop some rocks in there if I can get that procedure happening, or maybe I can't. I'll just get some gear here and there. The light's kind of just trying to hit it, you know. Now, if it's your first time here and you like what you see, check out the links in the description below. I have over 300 videos on my channel here, and a lot of people ask me to paint something and they don't realise I already have it in my library here. Okay, so check out what I've got. I've got lots here, and knock yourself out. I'm kind of putting them back over there. This is just adding detail and just little bits of bullshit flavours here and there. If it's your first time here, I add the bullshit effect to a lot of my paintings, and what it means is, because there are a few people here that's been watching me for the first time, I don't want them to just think I'm swearing my head off here. When someone looks at your painting and they go, oh, that looks all right, that's fine, but why I call these things here little bullshit effect is, instead of someone just looking at your painting going, oh, that looks all right, they look at it and they say, who painted that? And you go, I did. And they stand back and go, bullshit, meaning you couldn't have painted that. That's just so good. It's because you've added that bullshit effect. Okay, and we would want some, I'm getting it a bit brighter now. I'm just rubbing it on the palette down here a little bit brighter. I'm going to get me bullshit stick, and that's why I call it my bullshit stick. A lot of people in the chat will know, but those new people that don't, because it helps me add. Watch this. I can just set it on there, and I want a nice crisp light edge just around some of this here. Okay, where the light's hitting that shoreline there. And this, you can lean your brush onto here. It's like, you know, when you you want to lean your elbows on the table. It sort of lets your brush lean its elbows on the table. Okay, I can put that back up. Let me have a look what's going on in here. Right, I do want a few more ripples there, so I need to grab, I'm just going to use that same brush. I'm just washing it, wiping it. And what do we got there? This colour here. So that's this colour here. We need the darker value of it, which was this one. I'm hoping, yes, that's it. And I just want to put just those little bits coming in here. So where are we? We'll come all around here. So we'll sort of, one can, and then scoot it up if you can, Ian, that's it. Stop, load your brush, come down a bit and do maybe another one. Try and keep them even and level, you know what I mean? I shouldn't have, that one's going a bit fat now. I don't want it too fat. This is the water's just against this, the edge here. That's why it's making all these ripply waves. Ripples. Yeah, they're ripples. Yeah, I'll stay out of the white there. Oh, he's got a bit fat there. I'll move that stick now. Is that doing all right, or did I bug? Yeah, we kind of got what I was going for, you know what I mean? Okay, I'll use my hand as well. We'll get us some here. Come in the white a little bit. Won't hurt you. Won't hurt you. See, these little extras just add that element of final touches to your painting. Now see the white there, I'll grab some of the dirty white from the sun there. I'm grabbing some of that. It's mainly the craft white, but I want the, that'll do it. I want to kind of come in here now, if I can, and get some of this white tasered out there as well into those ripples. Just like that. Just down this bottom area here. That'll do it. I'm getting that white, the brown and the white mixed together that I used for here. Because I just want some element. Oh, it's a bit too light. I'll darken it up a bit more. So I'm just pushing it into some more. There we go. I want just some elements of something in here. Oh, that's the tape right there, so just the light hitting some sort of rocks in here. How's that looking? Keep running my wire over. There we go. So you can see there's the pick I found on Pixabay. Not Pixabay, it's similar to that. Okay, I've made it brighter on my computer there. But is that a duck or something there? You can even add rocks or something. I feel it needs a little bit of something just here. So I will add it. And as you add it, make sure they're in cahoots with the horizon line. I probably needed a better brush than this. All level with the horizon line. It doesn't matter how high they are or low they are, so long as they're level with the horizon line. And just something on its own out here. See, I wanted these ones out on their own, but they went a bit bloody big on me. I might put that thing there, whatever it is, it looks all right. Oh, we'll put it there. What was it? Looks like a bit of a duck or something. I don't know what it is, but we'll put it there as well because it just gives it an element or something to look at in the middle. Hey, yeah, it does. All right, now I'm going to grab my little autograph pen and some white paint, some brown paint, a bit of a mixture of everything. Get it nice and inky. I'll have a mouthful of my coffee. Oh. Okay, so I'm going to sign it and we'll whack a frame on it. See how this looks in a frame. Where's the edge of my tape? There it is. So we'll put me ever so lovely autograph on there. If you feel you're going to do art for a long, long time, do yourself a favour and design yourself an autograph for your art. It doesn't have to be your normal everyday signature. It can be just an autograph for your art piece. I have 3 different autographs or signatures. One for official documents, this one here, and my Ianapolis for my name, Ianapolis. There we go. Now let's whack a frame on it and just see how this looks. Get that one out of the way there. We'll pull back a bit. It's always good to pull back and see how they look in a white bordered rimmed frame. In a ring. Where are we? There we go. Not too shabby, is it? It's a bit of a sunset, just on a rocky little inlet. Got a beautiful sky, artistic sky. You can put some bats or pelicans or birds flying in the sky. You can put a silhouette of a pelican flying by. I will put the colours that I used in this in the links in the description below. So when you're watching the replay, you can go down there and check out what colours I've used, and yeah, check out the links in the description below. There's about 11 there. There's my Patreon page, my donate PayPal link. There's my art group page. You can request to become a member of my art group. All right, well, I'm going to get going. So if you like what I'm doing, make sure you tell your friends and your family. But if you don't like what I'm doing, you tell everybody, all right? All the best. Goodbye, good luck. And good on ya.